Hello students, so this is the solution of your house property test. That was the first question in which there were two houses and house 1 is for self-occupied and house 2 was for let out. So in respect of these informations were available in respect of both the houses, and he paid 20,000 as interest on loan taken for the construction of the first house. So first house 20,000 is the interest on loan. Then the second house, the let out one, was vacant for 2 months and expenses irrespective of the second house only. Empty paid a 15,000 and lent revenue due but not paid 5,000, and interest on loan for the reconstruction, okay, of the second house is rupees 20,000. So whether the loan is for construction, reconstruction, or it was for acquisition, whatever the case it may be, 20,000 in case of let out property is entirely deductible. There is no limit in case of let out properties, but for self occupied properties there are limits, but in this case it is 20,000. So, and also it is for the construction, so I will assume that it is falling under 1,20,000 in the 2 lakh category. And even if it is falling in the 30,000, it will not make much of a difference because this 20,000 is least of all your two cases. So entire 20,000 will be deducted in case of self-occupied as well. Since the property is self-occupied, so your GAV will be nil. Okay, empty paid will not allowed to be reduced. NAV will also be nil, and the standard deduction again it will be nil. But the interest on borrowed capital will be allowed to be reduced. Okay, so from house 1 there is a loss of 20,000. For the second house, we'll take fair value, municipal value higher, so it is 2,20,000. Then 2,20,000 into 2,30,000, when we compare, we take the lower value. So 2,20,000 is your expected rent. There is a loss due to vacancy for 2 months. Okay, so 17,300 into 2 we'll subtract from expected rent in order to calculate our reasonable rent. So this is our reasonable rent. Actual rent, since this is a case of loss due to vacancy, so it is only for 10 months. So 1,73,000. Then again you will subtract URR. Since rule 4 conditions are not mentioned, so we are assuming that they are being complied with. So we are subtracting unrealized rent from your actual rent. So when you subtract it, this is your answer. Now in order to calculate the GAV, you will take higher of those two figures. So higher is 1,85,400. Then you subtract empty paid 15,000, NAV is 1,70,400, then standard deduction at the rate of 30%. Interest on borrowed capital is 20,000. When you subtract these two amounts from this, 99,280 is your income from house property. You can add them both, then 79,280 is your total income from house property. I think it is pretty much clear. In case of any doubts, please do let me know. This is your second question in which Mr. A owns a house in Delhi, and in this particular case some portion of the house is self-occupied, that is 3/4 portion, and some portion is let out. Okay, let out for residential purpose or it could be for business purpose, will not make much difference because it is let out. Okay, so that the let out property was only from April 19 to 31st December 19 at a rate of 2,000 per month. Post that it was self-occupied. So whenever this happens during the year, that for some portion of the time it was let out and for some portion it is self-occupied, you have to assume that for the entire year the property was for let out. So municipal value, fair rent and standard rent, तीनों के तीनों आपके full 12 months के होंगे. But in this case, actual rent will only be for that particular period for which the property was actually let out. Okay, so in this case the property was let out for 9 months, so actual rent आपका 2,000 into 9 ही होगा. Okay, MV of the entire house, ठीक है, 20,000 पूरे house की दी हुई है. Then empty due, this is given as due, it is not paid, so it will not be allowed to be reduced in either of the cases. Okay, repairs are 4,000, it is irrelevant. Fair insurance, irrelevant. Then the next part is A loan of rupees 2 lakh was taken on 1st April 2015 at the rate of 9% for the construction of the house, which was completed on 28th March 2016. In this case, the loan was taken and the construction was completed in the same financial year, that is financial year 15-16. In this case, pre-construction concept will not come into place. The entire interest will be allowed to be reduced in the financial year itself, that is 2015 and 16. ओके इसका कोई भी अमाउंट अमोटाइज नहीं होगा. सो इस स्टेटमेंट का कोई रेलिवेंस नहीं है हमारे प्रीवियस ईयर 1920. ओके सो व्हेन यू कैलकुलेट इट, सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड GAV nil, empty paid NA nil, स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन है नहीं, कोई लोन है नहीं, तो इट इज nil. For 1/4 portion, we'll assume everything for 12 months, and in this case the fair rent was not given, so we are assuming that whatever rent is actually getting from the tenant by the owner, it is the fair rent, because as per the definition, fair rent is the rent which is there in place in the neighborhood houses. So in this case, we'll assume that whatever actual rent we are getting, it is same as your fair rent. So higher of this is 24,000. Okay, so 24,000 is your expected rate, but the actual rent is only for the 9 months. So 18,000, then you will take higher of 2, so it is 24,000. Then empty paid, again it was due, so it is not allowed to be reduced. So NAV is exact. Then standard deduction at the rate of 30% is allowed. So this is your taxable income from house property for this house. So 16,800. And I think none of you have attempted it correctly. If I just say it from the Google form which I have created for this test, I did not find a single answer which was matching to this figure. So I have not checked your answer sheets. So in case of any doubts, please do let me. Otherwise, as per my understanding of this particular concept, I think the answer should be 16,800 only. Okay. So in case of any doubts, yes, please feel free to talk to me and keep watching the videos. Thank you.